Again. And we're going to read verse number 6 of Galatians 6 and 6. Verse number 6. Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things. Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So whatever you sow, you have to understand, whatever you are departing out to those that are around you, he said, it's a seed that you're sowing. And if you sow it, you're going to reap it. I never will plant nothing if I don't think I'm going to get no harvest. When people plant something, and what I said is, that's what I say, when I talk to the kids, I always be able to say, I plant seeds in them. I plant seeds in them. I constantly talk to them. And I would not say that my daughter did not run off the track. I know they run off the track. I just couldn't catch it. But I know they run off the track. And what happened is, and then you see them laughing now, they're laughing because they know they did that. And so what happened is, the thing is, what happened, but if I would have caught them, it would have been another thing because you're going contrary to the plan. I was talking to my wife this morning, and I said, listen, you had ground rules, you had law. What happened? We lived in a complex, and there was a little swing area where you could play outside there and stuff. And she was like this. She said, well, I want y'all to know right now, if I ever look out this window and y'all are not in that playground, I'm whipping all of y'all. I know that's right. I said, what? And then listen, the other kids had to go out the square and go and say, listen, this is what's happening on the other side. And y'all can't come over. It was law. That was her law. That was she had down. She had rules set up. And I told her, I said, every person got to have rules and got to have that set up. Because this thing, he said, be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man sow, that shall he also reap. Verse 8 said, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. And that's the truth. Anything you sow to this body will cause you to be in a state of chaos. People say society now, people are committing suicide. What do you mean suicide? Because I can't handle it. This flesh cannot handle a lot of stuff. And what happened, that's why it's so important. That's why God said, lean not to your own understanding, but in all of your ways acknowledge me. And I will direct your path. This flesh will direct your path. This flesh will cause chaos in your life. Cause chaos in your life. He said, for he that soweth to the flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. Come on. And let us not be weary in well doing. For in due season we shall reap if we faint not. If you don't faint through your process of going through what happened to you, that's what I'm saying. So much stuff that's happened to us, we get so discouraged. Because faith don't look like it's going on. And we get so discouraged. We get so discouraged and stuff like this, we want to just back up and don't do nothing. And God said, that's the wrong thing to do. Because I got you. I will make sure. It looks like you ain't got nothing. But I know how to be able to create something. Yeah. I know how to create something. Verse 10, and then we will move. As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith. That's all he asks us to do. Just be good in what we do. Look at Matthew chapter number 12. 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 We're just going to read a little bit. I want you to get to know by the time I get to where I'm supposed to go to, it'll be about time before. But I want to be able to make sure that we understand. Because like I said, we are letting too much stuff go. And what happened, the thing is, it might not be you. It might not be you. It might be the people that you know. Because what happened is, everybody is not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And a lot of times people don't want to come to church because they don't feel that what happened in church is for them. And what happened, the key thing is that what happened when I come to church, that's exactly what I need. Because God said, I just want to teach you how to live a productive life. Let's just read verse 33. Matthew chapter number 12, verse 33.
Either make the tree good and his fruit good, or else make the tree corrupt and his fruit corrupt. For the tree is known by his fruit.
Now, what happens is you can know what's been sown in a person's heart by how they act. You know exactly what was sown in a person's heart by the way they act. Because what happens is when people start acting, say, well, wow, sometimes you want to go and find out who this person parented. Because of the way, this is unreal that a person acting like this. And what happened is that we don't realize and understand. He said because it's a corrupt truth, a corrupt tree, a corrupt person being to produce corrupt people. A corrupt house produce corrupt people. What do you mean? How do you know that and stuff like this? Because see, the Bible talks about, and that's what the Bible people talk about in my years, what happened, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. So when the apple don't fall too far, isn't that shit? Lord have mercy, bro, you know, bless me, your body didn't know that. Hallelujah. All the way from shouting Lord. All right, okay, let me keep moving then. Look at verse number 34.
O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaketh.
That's why we often talk about, like I said, I'm not going to plant myself here. What happens when you find you start talking to people and people start, every time they say something, they start cussing and know you're not a cussing person? That's right. And they keep saying, excuse me. And they say something to cuss again. Excuse me. He said, what's in the abundance of a man's heart is coming out of his mouth. Yeah. So what happens? That's why you don't have to judge nobody. You don't have to deal with nobody like that. So, well, I know you this and I know you that. No, you presenting that. That's what's coming out. That's what's in the abundance of your heart. That's why God said for us to be able to get into the word, because what happens is you don't have to cuss nobody. And I told you for years. I said, what happens if somebody starts cussing you out and saying the right cuss word, you will fight them. Let them say the right cuss word to you. Is that the wrong cuss word? If it is the right, what happens is the one that come out and really have an effect on me, and I know I need to retaliate on it, I'm going to fight you for that. You cussing me like that? No. I can't stand kids and people to be cussing and talking to me. I know you're not. You know that. Hallelujah. All right, listen, verse 35.
A good man out of the good treasure of the heart bringeth forth good things. And an evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things.
Come on.
But I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
So it's not nothing that we have to be able to go off the page for. Everything is already written for this situation. Everything is already established and already been locked into position and already in place. But have every idle word that man shall speak, they got to give an account for it. What idle word? The word that's unproductive. If I start cussing you out, what happens if the person going to fight me? They are not productive words. He said that if you can't sit there to edify nobody, don't say nothing. If you can't cheer somebody up or bring them out of the state that they're in, don't say nothing to them. Now let's go into the lesson right quick. Psalm 37. Psalm 37. Psalm 37. That's where we at right now. Psalm 37. Psalm 37. And we're going to read from verse number 30. Yeah, Psalm 37 and verse 30.
The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment.
Now, notice what he said, how this thing is set up. He said, see, if you walk in right standing with God, as he said, you are going to reap what you sow. If you're walking in right standing with God and you want to be able to do right, he said, the mouth of the righteous speaketh what? Wisdom. You want to speak clear to your family, your children, and everybody that's around you to make sure that they understand what you're saying. Some people say, well, they have to cuss their kids out to make them understand. No, I'm not cussing you out. I'm telling you that what happened is this is the structure of this household. I have 18 years. These days you got 20 years. Maybe you got 22 years to speak into your children's life, to cause them to walk in right standing and do what they're supposed to be doing. Listen what he said. He said, the mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment.